I'm about that cash for real. Shorty got for real. If it's no masses for real, I want that for real. My for real. Running the game, you speak of me, put big homie in front of my name. For every one of you lames, y'all in original, they all sound the same. I stay ballin', money like a faucet. It stay running, I can't call it. Got the bug, I think they caught it. I'm with bosses. For real, it's real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Now, Barney. Set. 319.
On 1st and 10, Martin over the middle. He's got Deshaun Hamilton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Martin. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Keep it rolling. Switch.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A give to Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Hey, hits Jermaine Kearse. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Mariota. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They go play action. Mariota runs through the contact, escaping the pressure right. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Martin throwing to start the drive. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Martin now looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to go for it. He's got it. Hit the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go. 3.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Complete outright to Curse. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throwing is Mariota, and his throw is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Mariota now. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful. And now they have to deal with second and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the pickup, but even after that, they're left with a third and very long.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On third down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
One.
On second down, Mariota again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
A first down throw for Mariota. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And on the ground they go with the running back. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Third down. That's Jacobs. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Tennessee after this.
One.
Out of his end zone, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kavari Russell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Martin, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception here, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Second down, Mariota eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Throwing, Mariota. For the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Let's go.
Mariota on first down. Flush to his right. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Let's go. One.
On play action, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Raymond now on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Mariota, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great...
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. He's got Curse. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
The give is to Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Mariota. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. And look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on second and 10. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Set! Feed it!
Here's Martin to throw on second down. Caught by Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, it's Jacobs. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He sets up the screen to Jones. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
One.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Mariota eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On second down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Back now in Nashville, it's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run it with Jones. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now the extra point. Extra point safely through, and the lead is now 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Seems pretty obvious to fit. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Sua Craven's up to make the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Jones. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Mariota. Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Broncos in their hurry up, try to get to their positions and get set quickly. back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Tennessee, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk.
Yeah, for real, my real for real. I'm in the field for real.